Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. This will be a collective reading for those guided here. We're just going to get straight into it. Thank you in advance for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, all the things. First card we got out is number 6, Boundaries. No is yes to self-love. So there may be some kind of relationship in which you need to set some kind of boundaries, or and we're going to go a little deeper on this, but I feel like some of you guys may need to realize or consider, do some introspection or ponder, where you stand with others, where you want to stand with others, and what you need those boundaries to be. All right. We've got number 39, which breaks down to what? 39, 10, 11, 12. 12, which breaks down to the 3. 12 is a very divine number, seen all throughout space and time, in all of these very divine ways, with the hours of the day, the 12 months of the year, the 12 apostles, 12 layers of DNA. There's many facets of the 12. And this is the card of parallel earth, time of peace, relaxation, all is well. 12 also breaks down to 3, which is the mind, body, and soul. It's also 3, 6, 9 here. And then we have number 7, the greater plan. 7 is a very spiritual number. It's a number of, it's also a number of logic, reasoning, analyzation. Right? And this is the greater plan, acceptance, letting go, divine perfection. So this to me, this is saying it is time to study yourself, especially if you've been feeling a bit overwhelmed or out of sorts. A really good time, especially we have this full moon tonight as I'm recording this. Full moon in Libra brings balance, restoration, harmony. And yeah, I think this is just a reminder that when you relax, when you let go, you can tap into contentment. Right? You can make the correct decisions that you need to make from a place of peace, of empowerment. And from this place of peace, you just move easier. You're able to think more clearly. You're able to gain access to information, other fields, parallel fields, deja vu moments, and you're able to get clear guidance on which paths to take and which paths to avoid. So I definitely recommend, if you've been overwhelmed lately, out of sorts, to make sure that you're taking time to center yourself, to come back into a state of stillness, of surrender. There are parallel universes and alternate earths, and in the heightened state of multidimensional awareness, it becomes clear that reality is infinite in its expression. And it stretches not only through the linear time fields of the past and the present and the future, but also reaching out repetitively to infinite current moments. Kind of like mirrors bouncing off mirrors. Parallel existences are naturally created in the field in your moment-to-moment decision making. And these moments of possibility create fragments of what could have been and create these alternate universe fragments. The empowerment of this knowledge is that by accessing the parallel field, you can gain access to premonitions and these deja vu moments and get clear guidance on what paths you want to take. It's present moment hindsight, right, where you can scan the entire field of possibilities and then allow your spirit to guide you and choose with grace. This card coming out indicates that you do reside in an optimal timeline that is destined for great potential and unification. So now is a moment to start living the life that you dreamed as if it were here now. And through this inner vibratory knowing, you begin to align with the alternate realities towards your frequency that adhere to the law of attraction. So now is the time to dream and step fully into your highest potential without a drop of looking back. There's opportunities and new relationships and finances that are seeking to bless your life. Okay, all is well. Especially with the greater plan coming out here, you have assistance here if you so choose to reach for that assistance. This card is also the card of acceptance and letting go. There may be a relationship or a scenario that needs to be let go. There may be, for some of you, some kind of habit or way of being that needs to be let go of. But this is a card of transformation. And whatever life presents, there's always a much deeper wisdom transpiring below the surface level. Just like beyond your skin rests a universe of cells and aliveness that's constantly regenerating, your life also has much greater meaning. And to access this deeper field, we need to enter a state of non-judgmental awareness that kind of facilitates for the dots of the greater story to connect and reveal wisdom. And this occurs when the shadow mind stops reacting and surrenders to truth. Okay, so you're in the process of surrender. And this card just comes as a reminder to accept the ebbs and flows from whatever's playing out to gain the most from it. When you drop resistance to particular situations or events, your soul awareness opens up so that you can understand the perfection of the moment. So just know that you're in a transitionary period and life is carrying you somewhere beyond this present moment. All right? Now is a good time to go easy on yourself, express self-compassion, and trust that you're in full alignment with the greater plan. Thank you guys so much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Make sure you tap that bell if you want to get more videos. Love you guys. Alright, welcome back, guys. I did decide I wanted to go a little deeper on this reading. It just feels like there's more information that wants to be revealed. And, you know, one of the major core lessons I've learned is that whatever life presents, there is, and that's really what this card represents as well. There's always a much deeper wisdom transpiring below surface level. Just like below our skin rests this universe of cells and aliveness that's constantly in regeneration, so too does your life have much greater meaning. And to access this deeper field, it's imperative that you drop into a state of non-judgmental awareness that kind of facilitates for the dots of the greater story to connect and reveal wisdom. Right? And this only occurs when the shadow mind stops reacting and surrenders to truth. Right? So let's see. We're going to go with, I think we're going to go with the Animal Spirit Oracle, and then we're going to get some from the Oracle of the Seven Energies, I think. I don't think we're going to do tarot today. So this is my pocket Animal Spirit deck, the Wild Unknown. Let's look at this Boundaries card. Thank you. Thank you. All right. We've got the heart chakra out here with the golden egg and the lamb in reverse. The lamb in reverse can be kind of a quiet, timid energy. I feel like what this is saying is you need to trust your heart right now around this Boundaries. You may, be being too quiet about something, not really being like most authentic or real with someone. I feel like what this is saying is trust your heart. And if you're not sure about something, go within and trust in the divine perfection of your heart, of your inner knowingness. There may be a need here, definitely, for some introspection, some contemplation. I said we weren't going to do tarot, but I think we are. I just want to get a couple more on this before we move on. Okay, so we got the Ten of Wands out here, Eight of Cups in reverse, the World, and the Two of Wands. This is about letting go of something that's been on your shoulders, burdening you, or you could be taking on too much responsibility, taking on too much, just kind of feeling a little overwhelmed, like something is just too much. It's time to take your power back is what I'm hearing. There is a situation here in which it feels like you want to walk away, but you're not. There's, Yeah, there's some resistance of walking away. I feel like, why is this here? Why is this resistance to walk away? You're not listening to yourself. You're not listening to your heart, I think. And there's an imbalance here. All right? There's a situation in which you got to be honest with yourself. One could be giving more than the other. One could be like not really into the other as much, or there's just some kind of imbalance. One, yeah, it's like the Six of Pentacles. One's giving more. And with the World here, it's time to wrap it up. The World speaks of closing out chapters, closing cycles. And the Two of Wands speaks of planning, preparing. Like, what is it that you want? And what do you need to do to get there? What do you need to release? Okay, because it does feel like there's something that has been burdening you or kind of weighing on your shoulders here. All right, let's look at this parallel earth. We got opportunities coming in though. All right. Take it. Tell me about this parallel earth. Yeah, I think it's going to be really time to trust in yourself, in what you actually know, in your trueness, like in your authenticity, in your heart of hearts. All right, there's a need for some kind of detox or cleanse here. All right, there's a yearning to grow and expand. You don't know what you don't know. Be careful about being in your ego in this energy. The Cobra in reverse can be egocentric. You may be feeling depleted, like you're kind of running on empty lately. Could be like sleeping a lot or wanting to sleep a lot. But there is this yearning to grow, to expand, to get out. Definitely make sure that you are exercising, moving your body, anything that, and I know I speak about this all the time, but anything that like will connect you to your inner world. Yeah, look, I didn't even notice we had the Four of Pentacles on the bottom here. There's someone that's holding on to something, not wanting to give their energy, in a closed off position here. With the Reaper coming, it's like there's some kind of cycle that needs to end. Yeah, it just feels like there's something that needs to be closed out here. Let's get a couple of tarot out here for this. There's an opportunity for new love here. Ten of Cups with the Ace of Cups on the parallel earth. I feel like this is saying trust your heart. All of this heart energy is like, I feel like your heart is trying to tell you something. And you may be resisting that a little bit here. Right? With the Empress in reverse, there's a block. There's some kind of resistance. I'm curious why this why is this Eight of Cups out here? Why is this, yeah, again, this yearning to grow. What do you need to work on? What do you want to do? You gotta be true to yourself here, I think. All right. And remember, we're in this parallel earth energy, okay? So I feel like in just like taking time to honor your heart, to trust your authentic expression. If you're around someone that you cannot be your true self around, then you should be questioning that. If you're around someone that kind of depletes your energy as well, something to consider. Because true, authentic relationships should drive you. It should make you like want to do better with each other, better for yourself and individually. So some of you guys could be holding on to something that either you're unsure, like for some, there's so many things this could be, but take it as it resonates, of course. But if you're holding on to a relationship maybe for the sake of the other person's feelings, or if you're unsure, I just want to say, like, trust your heart. The heart does not lie, right? And let's look at this greater plan. We got Temperance on the bottom. It's more that energy of the six, well, that's what it's giving to me, is this what you put out comes back. And behind that Temperance is the Empress upright. The Empress upright, things just naturally bloom around her because she is in her divine presence. She's in full faith and trust, and she's her most authentic self. She can be herself. So if you are like finding yourself not able to just be yourself around someone, then that's an issue. And probably a good time for introspection. Okay, what's holding you back? Let's look at this greater plan. Oh, are we taking all of those? It's time for brutal honesty here. There's a feeling of being stuck and needing to clear some shit out. Yeah, there's a need for alignment here. You could be a little impulsive in this energy, so just take heed. All right, be careful about being impulsive or hasty or wishful. Also, the energy of blaming others has been coming out. So if there is any shit where you've been blaming others, You know, what's that saying? Every time you point the finger at someone else, there's 3 pointing back at you. This is a time to check in and to get to the root cause of something, all right? You definitely may need to let go of some shit here. And again, is that energy of the divine perfection of it all. To trust in that. Let's get a couple of tarot for this. Ace of Swords, new ways of thinking, new ideas, new mentalities, mental constructs. The Fool, and they both came out sideways, right? So it could go either way. Either you're going to block your new beginning, or the blessing will come in. It's up to you. Either you're going to block the new idea, the information that's available to you, or you will allow it to come in through, not through your sight, not through what you see, but through your heart. I hope that makes sense, but there's some baggage that needs to be dropped here. Some past resentments, perhaps. Some shit you've been holding on to that is no longer necessary. Some blame, perhaps. The Black Egg. The throat chakra. There could be some confusion here. There could be this card speaks to small talk, and that's what's coming up. There may be someone who you don't really feel like you can get very deep with, or like it's just very surface level is what it feels like. The Stingray can be an energy that quits easily. So have you quit on something too easily? And on the bottom, or the other card that came out, I should say, was the Four of Wands, which is a card of union, reunion, celebration, even marriage, homecoming. What is this about? What are these cards? These cards were all flipped. We got the Queen of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups, and the Knight of Cups, and the Page of Wands. This is a firm provider. She gets the bag. She's got her emotions intact, in store, in alignment. So, and then comes Knight of Cups, an offer. Page of Wands reminds you of your power, your purpose, what you need to do. And it looks like he's walking away. Something that didn't serve him or took his power, made him feel less than what he was, didn't light the spark, or felt dull in some way perhaps. And there's new ideas, new perspectives, new ways of looking at things coming through. Then we got the King of Cups with the Six of Cups and the Nine of Cups and the Empress upright. And then there's that Temperance card. So I feel like there are blessings coming in. There's a lot of emotional mastery coming through in this energy. There could be an offer of love as well. A new perspective. It could be new love, or something you have been wishing for. Could even be something from the past. But it makes you feel really good. And this is the energy that you should move towards energetically at this time. I mean, we've got, look at all of these cups we got out here. The Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups, the Nine of Cups, Six of Cups, King of Cups, Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups. The Temperance is holding 2 cups, right? She's pouring out her emotions and allowing for peace to come in. So in what way do you need to pour your emotions out? Is there a conversation that needs to be had? The Empress upright, just a reminder, is in her full authenticity, in her full truth, in full trust, in full knowing, because she respects herself, because she trusts her heart. And she's holding a light bulb, it looks like. It's actually like a staff, but this could be an epiphany or breakthrough energy that provides abundance, that provides joy and happiness, comfortability, comfort. On the bottom, we do have the Five of Pentacles. So someone may be left out in the cold here. Just saying. We're going to get an oracle of the 7 energies to wrap this up. If I could find the deck. Oh, there it is. We got the Uncharted Sea. So you don't know what you don't know. All right. Expect for the unexpected, I think is what this is saying. All right. This is about stepping into the unknown without a map. All right. Moving beyond your comfort zone. It's about choosing to do things differently and trusting in the ebb and flow of life. It's about being in the dark and letting curiosity lead. It's the faith that all will be well. And your comfort zone is sometimes exactly that. It's a safe, familiar harbor that you've finally come to in yourself. Right? You have a sense that you don't need more than what's available right where you've landed in life. Now, however, is not one of those times. All right? Just like the archetypal hero's journey, which is the Fool energy we had out here somewhere. The universe is inviting you to step into uncharted waters here. Right? Something is stirring, adventure's calling. And you might want to resist this urge because it will involve leaving your comfort zone. But embarking on this journey is essential for your well-being. All right, navigating the uncharted aspects of yourself means you're not going to have a map. No one's ever been here before, okay? On this journey, you cannot rely on the help that you would typically expect from the others who have gone before you. This is new territory. But it's yours. It's yours to explore. You're invited to be a pioneer, a map maker, a path maker, a magical cartographer who draws your map with your own life force as the ink. Right? Today is the day to dive into some kind of new novel experience and fully immerse yourself in the new. You don't know what this sea of possibility has in store for you. So just stay curious, refrain from judgment or the need to label. All right, give yourself the time and freedom to be curious without the limitations and the boundaries projected by your memories or expectations. Right, you're in an amazing place right now, and you will never be the same for surveying these waters. Thank you guys again so much for liking and sharing and commenting and subscribing, all the things. I love you guys. Take good care.